Hi guys, I wanted to pop on because it is now August 8th and I need to get some of these videos out to update you on my last June market, all of my July markets, and the first week of my August market. So this is just a catch-up clip right now. This clip will be in my June market month video and my July market month video. I might put it in August. I don't know. I don't think I'll really need to, but I'll put August clip in with the month of August, which I'll only have 2 events. So let's get into it. Hi guys, I wanted to pop on because it is 4:11 in the morning for me on July 13th. My last market was on June 22nd, and it's been a crazy few weeks. I mean, we had, what was it? I don't remember what it was, but my son's Cub Scout troop had to sell peanuts at the local fair. Then we had our 4th of July picnic, and then our family reunion, and I've been sick and on the verge of bronchitis, and it just won't go away. So in doing all of that, I had signed up for an event tomorrow at Wine and Spirits Festival. And it was so close to it that they're like, don't worry about it. Send your contract over by email and then pay us the day of. Okay, fine. Well, my dumb self, I saw the wait to pay until the day of and apparently forgot to send over my contract. So I realized this today, and I messaged them on Facebook and was like, hey, this is what's going on. I'm so sorry. Is there still room for me or not? Well, there was not. They'd already filled the space with another crocheter, so I missed out on that. So I decided that, okay, well, I'm gonna set up at the flea market instead, which, we'll see how it goes. I mean, hell, if I make $100 right now, that'll be better than nothing, because I am broke as a joke. So it's $10 to set up. We're there. The bad thing is that you have to be at the gate at 6 a.m. to get a good spot, or risk not getting a spot. It's first come, first serve on spots, so there's no arrangements or whatever. I'll be mingled in with flea market stuff, or God knows what else. So those are kind of the downfalls. The biggest one, though, is that I fell asleep earlier at like 7 o'clock for a nap. Woke up about 9:30 p.m. from said nap. In order to get to this flea market, it's an hour away, which means that I have to leave my house at 5 a.m. That's in 45 minutes. I started feeling tired around 2:30, but I didn't see the sense in trying to nap, like trying to go back to sleep because I had already napped. So I am tired, but we're gonna see if we can make it through. We'll set up at 6 a.m. and then I guess everybody starts tearing down by like noon. So it's about 6 hours, you know, from the time that you tear or set up. So this is the first time I'm doing this, and we'll see how it goes. But I wanted to show you the things that I've made since my event on the 22nd. So we'll go from the top of my bag to the bottom, which are the most recent things, so the oldest. I am also restocking for a store right now, so there's a lot of things in here that I can't actually take to my market because I finally finished them and can take them to the store. But I finished this cute little giraffe. This was a pattern test. She's very cute. I did blue for the hooves, just white burnout, and then this is the snow cone yarn. That's how she does her tails. It's very, very cute. She'll be releasing it tomorrow. It's Michaela something on Instagram. So I would do my best to put pattern details in the description at some point. But for now, I did her. Then I also did Tice the turtle from Old Soul Factory. Her name is Tara. She's also here on YouTube. If you follow me, you should definitely follow her. You know, she's great to watch. And she's got a few patterns out, and she's adding more soon. So this is one of her recent patterns. I used Bernat Blanket Extra yarn for that. I did a whole bunch, way too many, really, of these tiny turtles. So some of them don't have eyes, because they're the ones that are going to go into the store. It's a children's like resale boutique, so she wants them more baby safe. So I don't put eyes on them unless I embroider them on, and I didn't get that far. So I might embroider on eyes. I also might not. So there's more, and there's more. Archer, are you coming down the stairs? And there's more. Nope, not Archer. And there's more. All kinds of turtles. I'll even... I have a whole bag. These are all stuff for the store. So I have little chickens in this color, and this color. There's 10 of them total. Then I have tiny dinos. Oh, the chickens are the free pattern for Making Things Naughty on her Instagram. These dinos are the Club Crochet free dinos. They're little triceratops. I make them in retro velvet yarn, so they're really small. And I do modify the pattern a little bit to fix their shaping some. Then I have a variety of tiny loaf cats, also done in velvet yarn. This is the Pocket Kitten on Instagram. It's also a free pattern. And there's a whole variety of colors in here as well. Separate all of these that have no eyeballs. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I do have some of these already done and on my market table as well. Then I finished this pattern test also from Making Things Naughty. They are whale sharks. It's my understanding that it's Shark Week. So they're just very cute. I embroidered the eyes on this one, and these are safety eyes on this one. They're super cute. These are both done in Bernat velvet. They're super cute. This will be her new pattern coming out. Then this is the cute turtle pattern by Made by Mira, something like that. Again, I'm really bad with names, I'm so sorry. I will try to post information below for these. But this is the little turtle. It's Retro Velvet by Premier. Super cute little sea turtle. I do have many more of these little chickens in here. I ended up doing 30 of the little chickens. So then at my 4th of July picnic, I made tiny, tiny whales and sharks. So I did 5 little gray sharks. And I did 5 tiny blue whales. And I did 1 tiny purple octo. So that is everything that I've created in the last few weeks. Try to get these all in here. But I wanted to show you guys before I went and sold any of them tomorrow. Hopefully I sell some of them. I'd like to sell this one because it's so big, it'll get the most money. You know? Otherwise, I'll take some yarn with me and I'll try to crochet some stuff at my market. I don't know what I'm going to try to crochet. We'll see. But anyways, you guys, I hope that you sleep well. But I'll see you in the next clip. Hi guys, so I am now here going through my July market events. So there should be a clip before this one talking about items and stuff that I have for my market that was supposed to be on July 13th. I explained some of that. So this market breakdown video is for the Andover Flea Market in Andover, Ohio. It cost me $15 to set up, but I had to be there at 6 in the morning, which is not my jam. It took me an hour to drive there. Also, not my jam. Not a bad thing if it's a good market, but it was a flea market. I wasn't really expecting much, honestly. Everybody started tearing down about 1:30. I made some sales, I will say that, but don't get excited, okay? Yeah. So I sold 2 tiny turtles for $10 each. I sold 1 mini jelly bean bunny for $10. I sold 1 octo for $15. I sold 2 tiny cats for $10 each. I sold 1 leggy froggy for $15. And that guy was trying so hard to haggle me down on price. And I told him, I was like, I'm sorry, sir, but these are all handmade by me. I don't haggle my prices. My prices are set as low as I can make them. And they walked away, and then they did come back, and he was trying to haggle my prices some more. I was like, I'm sorry, sir, I really can't drop my prices. And he handed the money to his granddaughter or daughter, whichever. And even as she was handing me the money, he was still trying to haggle down my price, even though he was handing me a $20 bill for a $15 item. I was like, sir, I'm really sorry. Like, it's $15. And so I took the money and I gave her $5 change, and I gave her her leggy froggy, and away she went, happy and joyous.
So it's, you know, just stay firm on your prices. This is, I mean, it is a flea market, I guess, so that's fine. But this is not an antique stand. These are handmade product. Locally made to an extent. I mean, local I think is within 100 miles, so I would consider that local, or me local to them. You don't haggle prices at Walmart. So, I don't know. We need to get out of this mindset of it's okay to argue with somebody about the price that they set for their handmade work, especially. Anyways, moving on from that. So then I sold one furry pom-pom keychain, which are literally the little elastic loop fur pom-poms that I buy in bulk on Amazon. I put a little chain, like the ball chain, loops around it. It's a keychain. I get them for like $40 or 40 cents a piece, and I sell them for $2. I sold one for $2, and I sold a mini bee for $10. So I sold 9 items in total, and I made $92. My Square was not working that day. I did lose a sale because of it. I don't know if the servers were down or if my internet on my phone was not working correctly. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, Square was not working that day. So I lost the sale, which is really sad because I would have sold 2 items. So yeah. So if you take the $15 vendor fee out of there, I made $77. Which is so not okay. Not worth it at all. For me. Anyways, I know some people are okay with that. And if it was closer to home, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Like, I still probably wouldn't do the event again, but I had to drive an hour and work for 10 hours to make $77. So, yeah, no. I didn't eat that day. I didn't have any expenses that day. Again, it was really hot, tearing down especially. So that was not great. And it was kind of lonely. Like, all the antiquer crowd, like, they all stick to themselves. It just, I don't know. Not my thing. I'm not going to do that again. I can say that my average sale was about $10. And that with 10 hours worked, it breaks down to about $9.20 an hour. Which is higher than minimum wage locally. But I chose to walk away from a job as a CNA, certified nursing assistant, making $14 an hour to do this full time. So my minimum wage for doing this needs to be $15 an hour. So to make $9.20 an hour is just not enough. So either way, that concludes the breakdown for the Andover Flea Market. And yeah, we're going to get into some footage and clips for the Sharon Waterfire Festival at the end of July. And then I will go over the breakdown on that. Bye.
Saturday, July 26th. It is the night before my Waterfire Market or Waterfire Festival in Sharon, PA. I have one of my videos from last year. This was a market that I made over $1,000 in sales, and that was before focusing on plushies. So this year, my focus is on plushies and crop tops alone, no hats, scarves, or anything like that. I've been just knocking things out diligently for the last 3 weeks or so, and I spent literally all day today weaving in ends, doing finishing touches and stuff like that on a whole bunch of small items for this festival tomorrow. So I just wanted to show you before they sell tomorrow. I've been on the Zoom or the Discord all day with Refined Vibes and crew. You know, the people over there are amazing to hang out with, and it's great for body doubling and, you know, just getting stuff done and not doing it like alone. So to start off, we have axolotls. This is the last thing that I made. We have them in a bunch of different colors. Sorry that my lighting is not super great. I am just downstairs in my living room. And I will put the pattern details on one side of the screen or the other. Just because I never remember the pattern name. I can tell you that this is a free pattern on Instagram and that I modify the gills. I just do chain 5 loops rather than how she has them. Running out of room here on my stand. So we have 4, 8, no, 12. Okay, so we have 12 axolotls, which I knew that I had. Let's see what we do here. Awesome. We have 1, 2, 3 mini cows. These are from Zero Gravity Crochet. This is a free YouTube tutorial. Then in black and white and gray and white speckled yarn, we have 4. So I think 12 of my Martha chicken pattern. This is a free pattern on Instagram. On my Instagram specifically. Then we have Mushy Boys. These are they're the mini Mushy Boy pattern. Oh, I just chucked one. Okay, so we have 4 purple mini Mushy Boys. Purple is a new color for me. I usually will keep them in red, hot pink, and green. So I did 8 of those, but I threw one across the floor. Then we did octos. So I did 2 silver ones, a yellow one, a pink one, 2 teal ones, and then a scrap one. My toddler hates this one because its tentacles are not all the same color. That's also a free pattern on Instagram. That is by Stitchin' with Abby. We have leggy froggies. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 11 leggy froggies. This is the tie-dye-ish yarn. So we have some with the meh faces, some with sad faces or grumpy faces, and just 2 with happy faces. Because I don't know about you, but for me, the meh and the grumpy faces sell out way faster. Then we have Bobblebees. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. This is what they look like. This is also a free pattern on Instagram. So then we have Triceratops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, there we go. No. We have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I believe we have 18. Crap. This is the Club Crochet Triceratops in velvet yarn. I surface crochet on the spikes. I do triple bobbles, like triple crochet bobbles, and then I adapt the tail a bit to make it longer, and I take a row out in the center. And then, last but not least, we have turtles. And this is what I spent all last night doing. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. In a variety of colors. There. These are the Tiny Turtle pattern by, I believe, Mel's Crocheted Creations. We have a lot of them. And these are some other things that I've crocheted recently. Okay, so these are Baubles, the Axolotl by Foodie Crafty on Instagram. This one is in Burnout Blanket. This one's in Sweet Snuggles Light. These were pattern tests. This pattern is released now. There is a bit of sewing, but it's not terrible. This was the first axolotl that I finished. Then these are Nacho the Cockatiel by Old Barn Factory. Old Red Barn. I will link it or put the thing up. So Nacho the cockatiel. Got a cute little tail on him. This one is done in Sweet Snuggles Light, and this one's done in Premier Retro Velvet. I believe she's still finessing this pattern, but by the time this video comes out, maybe it will be out. And then this is Gia the Giraffe by Navy Flowers Crafts. And if I'm saying any of these wrong, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to put them off to the side. That way you know my correction. This was also like, this was super easy. You do have to sew on the ossicones and the ears. You can crochet on the tail. I did adapt my tail slightly. I did chain loops instead of like just fringe on it. And you crochet the arms in. This is Hobie Honey Bunny yarn. It's very cute, very neutral. And the cockatiel is also no sew. So you'll make the wings first, and then you'll crochet them from top to bottom. You'll crochet them in. The feet are bobble stitches. You close it on the bottom. This is crocheted in. This is surface crocheted on after the fact. And then you embroider on the cheeks and the nose, or the beak. But it's super cute. But that's everything that I have crocheted for this festival, and wish me luck, guys, because I could really use the funds of a really good market. You know, I was supposed to have a market on the 13th of this month. That event got canceled. Then I signed up for a different one and I forgot to send in the contract, so I couldn't go to that one. So I went to a flea market and I made like $100, something like that. Just not fantastic. Then I had signed up. I was gonna do one last night, but I couldn't do it. To be honest, I ran out of money to send for the event, and it was my husband's birthday, and I had all this stuff to do anyway, so it just was not panning out. So I have had, like, I'm gonna say no markets the month of July. So this event will be my July market video, basically, because the flea market just it didn't cut it. So hopefully it's a good one. Last year I made over $1,000. I would love to make over $1,500. I would really love to make $2,000. So fingers crossed, we will see. At last count, I had over 230 items, and I can't even do it because I'm on my phone. I want to say I had like 237 items, and then I added the 16 turtles. So 247 plus 6, 253-ish. So I have over 250 plushies. This does not include, I have a couple wristlets, I do have a purse, I have some bandanas, I have some crop tops. So it doesn't include those items. So, you know, hopefully we have a really great day. Hopefully it's not too hot also. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. It's time to say goodnight.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So for my YouTube, here's an update. We're at the very end of the night. I sold a lot of crop tops. I sold kitties. I did sell some T-Rexes. I sold one of my big axolotls. Lots of mushrooms, lots of turtles, lots of frogs. Tons of axolotls. Quite a few big things too. Like I sold one of the cows. I sold one of the bigger leggy froggies. The bigger, well, a medium-sized turtle. So many things. Lots of bees. This little basket of $10 things. Sold a few chickens, not too many. But either way, it's been one heck of a day. I will update you guys later. Hi, I'm back. My kid just came up and interrupted me. Anyways, so let's get into the July Water Fire Festival, which was on July 27th. The event goes from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. I need to be there at noon to set up. You're supposed to be off the street by midnight. Kind of cutting it close. Sorry, there's a dang gnat flying around. It's driving me nuts. I don't even know where it come from. Anyways, so the communication for this one's not super great. Like, it's an amazing festival. I will literally do this until I die. But organization's not super great the day of. Like, they have roadblocks and stuff all over the place. So you have to go through roadblocks telling people that you're a vendor to get to the place where you check in. And then you have to go and drive onto the street through roadblocks, more of them, moving some yourself, moving around vendors and stuff, to be able to unload and set up. So when I was done setting up, which was like 1:30-ish. I wasn't totally done setting up, but I was unloaded. So it was probably 1:30. I tried to move my car to the parking lot, and you can't leave. Like, you can't move your car because the one road that was just blocked off by barriers is now completely blocked off by fire trucks, an ambulance, and a booth of another kind. They're literally parked in the middle of the road instead of off to one side or the other. So that was a whole thing, because I had to explain to them, like, you know, vendors are still trying to unload and get their stuff set up, and then they're going to need a way to exit to the parking lot, which is over here. So they're like, well, the road's supposed to be blocked off. It's like, no, you're right, it is blocked off. It's blocked off through traffic. It's like, but vendors still need to be able to get through this area until 2 o'clock when the festival starts. These little gnats are gonna drive me nuts. So like, they were really understanding. You know, I apologize because I'm sure that was inconvenient for them. They did move their ambulance actually into a parking lot that was right beside where they were parked. And it all worked out. And I told them, it's like, you know, once 2 o'clock starts, you're more than welcome to move everything back. It's like, but until 2 o'clock, like, vendors still need to get out of here. So that was really my only issue. The last couple times I've done this event, once it starts getting darker outside, the rowdy crowd starts showing up and wants to start fights. The local McDonald's literally has fencing put up around their building. They shut down their lobby. You can't drive to that McDonald's because the roads are all blocked off. So, and they close down the lobby, so you can walk through the drive-thru if you would like to order something. But management was kind of rude to people because they were anticipating rowdy crowd, but they didn't need to be rude to people before they started acting rowdy, because those of us who are not, we're just trying to buy a mocha frappe, dang it. I just wanted something very cold. It was hot. very hot. We've had a really hot summer this year. And granted, we're in Pennsylvania, so my hot is different from like Arizona hot. I know. But it's still really hot for me. We're not used to 90-degree summers. We're just not. And it's also been very humid, so 90 degrees plus like 100% humidity. It's been nuts. So yeah, that was another little issue, but I did not witness or hear of any fights breaking out, which is great. So that was wonderful. I am not aware if anything was stolen, which I try to keep meticulous records to know, because this is the one event that I've ever had that someone stole from me. So that's great. There was one instance that I had to ask a group of teens to just kindly take a couple steps away from my booth because they were getting a little rambunctious and they kept bumping into my grid walls. And I was afraid something was going to fall off the grid walls. If nothing else, it would have got dirty. If a crate fell off, it could have got broke. You know, something like that. So they were a little disrespectful in their retort to that, but you know, I apologize for having to ask them, which I really didn't need to do. I thanked them for actually moving away, so I feel like I went about it the right way, and it fixed the problem. So either way, let's go ahead and get into the stats. The booth fee for this was $80. So it's only $80 for a 10x10, and you get more than enough space, at least where I'm at, because on one side of me is the storefront for a very big dress shop, and they're very they are very particular. No one is allowed to set up right in front of their store, which is more something done out of kindness, because they legally don't have the right to say that you can't when the street is essentially permitted for the event. But that's neither here nor there. And on the other side of me is another vendor who has nobody on the other side of her. So she sets up on the far end of hers, and then I set up on mine, and we have lots of space. So that's great. I did buy some food at this event. You know, I did buy for McDonald's. I spent like $9, and then it was really hot later on in the evening and I needed something more to drink. So I had found, well, I didn't find. My vendor neighbor, her name is Allison. She has a candle shop, actually. It's Chicks and Wicks LLC. If anyone wants some candles, they're great scents. She also has like a sarcastic line that has freaking hilarious phrases on them. I recommend greatly. She has a Facebook page, and I think that she has an online shop linked to that. So she had a teenager helping her, and I had asked if I could commission the teenager to go and find me the biggest lemonade they could. So she literally, I gave her $20. She literally went on the run, and she found me a cup this big. It was like a soup container. It wasn't even really a cup. It was like a soup container with a hole in the lid of strawberry lemonade. And it was so good. So good. I want to say it was from Wally Sue's Lemonade, which is local for us. And if you are around this area and you see Wally Sue's Lemonade, get it. Don't even hesitate. I know that it's kind of expensive, but don't even hesitate. It's delicious. So she paid $10 for that for me. She brought it back, and I gave her $5 for going to find it for me because I couldn't leave my booth. I don't have anybody with me. So that makes life really nice. So to get into things that I sold, let me sit here and get professional. Anyways, so I had made one tiny octo from the All From Jade's pattern with velvet yarn, and I sold it for $8. Wait. So, okay. It's the tiny octo pattern from All From Jade that has tentacles, not the bobble octo. Then I sold 11 tiny chickens made with Sweet Snuggles Light from the Making Things Naughty pattern. I sell them for $10 a piece. I sold 10 tiny dinos, which are the Club Crochet little Triceratops pattern. It's free. I do modify it. I sold them for $10 a piece. I sold 7 of the mini Bobblebees for $10 a piece. I sold 3 mini Jelly Bean Bunnies for $10 a piece. I sold a toddler crop top for $15. And I only priced it at $15 because I've literally held on to this since last year. So I was okay with letting it go. I've had it forever. I don't even make more toddler sizes. Anyways, I sold 15 tiny turtles for $10 a piece. I sold 10 mini mushy boys for $13 a piece. I sold 10 axolotls for $20 a piece. And that's all. It's a free pattern on Instagram. I will try to show all of them over here. I sold 1 mini cow for $18. Now I did lower the price on this a little bit. I was trying to sell it for $20, but I figured coming down $2, not a big deal. I sold it. It was like a ball Highland cow. I sold 8 leggy froggies for $15 each. I sold my big like sunset colored axolotl from Foodie Crafty. It's a new pattern release from hers. I sold it for $60 and I made it with Bernat blanket yarn. I sold 8 mini loaf cats for $15 a piece. I sold 6 crop tops in total for $40 a piece. I sold 5 of my Martha chickens for $15 a piece. I did also drop the prices on those. When I made this last batch, I think I used a hook size smaller than I normally do, so it made them a little bit smaller. So instead of 18, I charged 15. I sold 1 zero gravity mini cow for $25. I sold 2 large T-Rex for $25. I sold a large leggy froggy for $20. I sold a crocodile for $30. I sold a pickle for $18. And that's another one I lowered the price on. It was $20 and then I dropped it to $18. I sold a medium Triceratops for $15. I sold 1 medium pocket frog for $10. I sold my only stress boob for $15. I need to make more and release that pattern actually. I sold 1 keychain for $2, and this is the little furry pom-pom keychains that I make. I don't make the pom-poms, I buy them in bulk from Amazon, and then I put the ball keychain things on them. I sold 3 tiny sharks and 2 tiny whales. Both, I believe, are all from Jade Patterns. I made them both with velvet yarn, baby velvet yarn. So I sold them all for $8 each. I sold a chili pepper, which will be a pattern you'll have access to from Crochet by Jenna, which is so funny because the person who bought the chili pepper, she literally came in, she squealed, and she's like, "It's meant to be." I'm like, why is it meant to be? I need to know. And she showed me a tattoo on her arm of a legit chili pepper. And I'm like, I guess it is. So she bought it. I sold it for $15. I had 1 medium turtle for $20. And then I had 2 small bucket frogs for $8. 1 jellyfish for $20. 1 medium octo for $15, 1 bandana for $15, and 3 tiny loaf cats for $10. So, our total, drum roll please, I sold 122 items in one day. and I made $1,802, which is mind-blowing. Stupid gnat. It's mind-blowing. I am so ecstatic. I am excited. I never expected in a million years to make that much money. My only other market that I've done that I've made close to that amount is literally a 3-day weekend market that I did last year that I made $1,900 at. Last year at this event, I made $1,000. So to go from $1,000 to $1,800, I am so excited for my bigger markets at the end of this year. You don't even know. Don't even know. You can probably imagine, but still. Anyways, I was able to use Square for this event. I had $17.28 in tips. But yes. And then I had $140.10 in total fees. So that's $80 for the vendor fee, $19 for food, and $41.10 for Square fees. This does include the transfer fees. And then I did also collect $40.62 for tax. Because in Pennsylvania, we have a state sales tax of 6%. So I do have that. Then, if you break it down, my average sale was about $14.77. And it was a total of 14 hours worked. That does include my drive time, because it takes an hour to get there. So it was 12 hours worked, 2 hours drive, but 14 hours worked is what I break it down to. $128.71 per hour. I will definitely be doing this one again. So excited. So excited. I can't even. I'm so thrilled, really. So if we go and look at my sales report, that being said, my total in sales plus my tips minus my fees end up being $1,679.18 is my profit. This also does not include the $40 in taxes that are held to the side. $1,600 in profit. I am blown away. So blown away. So if we go to my complete net sales for July, between the flea market and Waterfire, I made $1,756 in profit for the month of July. Yay! And then between both of my stores that I have product in, I made $185 in sales profit. On Etsy, I made $30 in pattern sales, and on Ravelry, I made $34 in pattern sales. So my total profit for the month of July ends up being $2,007. Like, holy crap. That is also up from last year's July month, which I will tell you in a second. July, I made $1,199.51. So basically $1,200 for last year's month of July and $2,000 for this year's July. I'm really excited. You know, we are forecasting very, very well for this year. Last year, I made a profit of $8,400 between everything. And this year equals. There we are. Sorry, that was a struggle. That was a whole process. $7,514 is where we at right now. So that's about $1,000 off from my complete sales last year. So we are projecting to do pretty well for the rest of the year. Some of my big markets last year, let me see. Come on. So my bigger markets last year after July was, so the Sunflower Festival I'll be doing again at the end of August. I did add in an anime fest, which you will get the breakdown for in the next video. That was at the beginning of August. Then we did Wilhelm Winery, which it didn't do well for me. I won't be doing them anymore, and I don't believe the host is doing them anymore. Then, and that was in September. September also had Port Farms Flower Festival, which did not do great. It was the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So 3 days. It was $457 in sales across 3 days, which is not great. Then Waterfire I will be doing again. There's one in September as well. It's not as good as the July one, but it's another big one. Then I did the Homespun Harvest Festival. That was a 2-dayer. It didn't do great. I don't think I'm doing it. Then we do Apple Fest in Franklin, which is 3 days. I made $1,900 in sales last time, so I will definitely be doing that again. But they did up their fee this year by $100. And that's my only one in October, so I'm hoping to do another one in October. Then we do the Erie Holiday and Gifts Festival, which is a 2-dayer. That was $1,000 in sales. I'll be doing that again. Then the next two, we did the Blessed Sacrament in Erie. I will not be doing that one again. It was a 2-dayer. I only profited about $130 after it was done because I had to get a room for the week or for the 2 days. It was a more expensive booth, not worth the price because of where it was. And I had a negative experience with the organizer, so I will not be doing that again. Then we had the Conneaut Lake Middle School PTO show. It's another 2-dayer. It wasn't that expensive to buy in, but I made $300 for both days, which isn't great. So I don't know if I'll do it again. It depends on if I can find something better or not. We'll see. So then we were supposed to do the Fire and Ice Festival. We did that in December. It wasn't very much of a buy-in either. We made $700 in sales. It was a great market, but apparently it's canceled this year. So I'm really disappointed in that. I need to find another really great December festival, which is risky in Pennsylvania because snow, frigid temperatures, but I want to make that kind of money right before Christmas. Yeah. And then I hosted one in December as well. It was a makeup market for our Halloween market, and I made $173 in sales, which was better than nothing. I had to be there anyways as the host, so it was nice to sell some. But yeah, so we won't be doing that again because I don't intend on needing to make up the Halloween one again. So yeah, we did pretty well. I ended up doing $10,000 in gross sales last year. and my net sales ended up being about $7,700. So we're definitely projecting to do better. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. You know, having my items in a couple local stores has been helpful and beneficial. I'm really hoping to start seeing a difference made with the Etsy ads that I'm paying for, because so far I really don't think I'm seeing it. I'm gonna have to go and look month per month last year compared to this year, to see what the difference is since adding the ads, because it's like I'm not doing great. So I might discontinue those. I know Crochet by Jenna and a few others swear by Etsy ads, like you will get seen so much better and you'll do so much better if you do that, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it so much myself, but you know, I also have to do better on creating cute, like amigurumi plushie patterns. I have them. I have toy patterns out, but they're not very popular on Ravelry. So I don't want to pay to have them on Etsy and them not be very popular there either. You know what I mean? So, you know, I might take the plunge there, I guess, and add all, because I have over 60 patterns on Ravelry, but I only have half of them on Etsy. So I might go and add everything over to Etsy and see like if there's a difference made, and we'll see how it goes. If you guys wouldn't mind going and checking out my Etsy store, like maybe there's a pattern that you didn't know you need. I have patterns for hats and scarves and cowls and toys and crop tops and all the things. I have patterns for a lot of things. I'm multifaceted. Multifaceted? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Either way, this clip has gone on long enough. 29 minutes of me just yapping. So enjoy the footage of my Waterfire Festival. It was an amazing day. I don't even, like, it was so crazy. It went by so fast. So incredibly fast. So I'm really excited for the September one and just the rest of my markets to come. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.